Hello everyone. Today is our second session. So in this session, we are going to start with the what is the defect, types of defect, functional defect, and non-functional defect. And under the functional defect, what are the types comes like a wrong defect, missing defect, and extra defect. So all these topics we will try to discuss in this today's our second session. So let's firstly we start on the what is defect. So defect means what basically we can say defect means is a difference between the accepted and actual result of application. So now here you can maybe get a question what is mean by accepted and actual result. So accepted that things basically we already discussed in first session as well, but let's and shortly I will clear again here. So accepted and actual result means what basically whatever requirement we will get through client. So that according to that requirement, we are testing our application. So that is our accepted result or accepted outcome or actual result we will get through application. Whatever output, final output we will get through our application, that is the actual result. So both these things we need to compare. And at the time of comparing, if in both the things we will get a different, so that is known as the, we can say this is the difference. For example, user say, uh, for example, client given the requirement, user whenever try to do login, so whenever user enter valid username and valid password, then only user able to do login. But whenever in application, what should be happen? User going to enter the valid username and valid password and try to click on the login button. But still they can't able to do login successfully. So that is mean by what? There is a we get a difference between the accepted result and actual result of our application. So that is known as the we can say as a defect. So this terminology like this way we discuss by shortly because this already we discussed in deeply in our first session. So let's be another do more focus on the what is the types of defect. Types of defect. So in that first type we will see functional defect. Functional defect. So functional defect means what? Defect found in functional testing. What is meant by functional defect? If any defect is found in functional testing, that is known as the functional defect. For example, now here I properly explain you what is meant by basically functional testing. Which part we can say basically it is a functional part. So let's we go with the Facebook login application example. So here we have a username text field, password text field, login button, forward password link, create a new account button. So those field in those field we able to perform some particular operation. So that type of the things we can say as a, it comes under the functional testing. And if at the time of testing like this functional type of the things, we found the defect, that defect we can say as a functional defect. Another example, we have a Google search field. So at the time of the at the type of searching or at the time of testing of this Google search field, we get it's not working as our accepted result. So that type of the defect comes under the functional defect category. So basically, functional part means what? And those part we able to perform any particular certain action. One particular action we need to perform in that those functionalities. That is things comes under the other functional part, and in those functional things we get a defect. So that is known as we can say this is a functional defect. Now again under this functional defect, we get a sub types of this functional defect like a wrong defect, then missing defect, and third one is the extra, extra defect. So like these three types comes under again the functional defect. So let's Firstly, we discuss about the what is meant by wrong defect. So wrong defect means what? If any functionality in software is not working according to client requirement, then it is known as the wrong defect. What is meant by wrong defect? If any functionality in software is not working according to client requirement, that is known as the wrong defect. I explain with the help of simple login example what is meant by basically wrong defect. When we can say what is our definition, if any functionality is not working according to client requirement, that is known as the wrong defect. So let's same example we'll go with the login, because each and every one login function very well aware of this login functionality. That's why mostly we go with the example with login functionality. So, for example, client given in their requirement for login functionality, username field, password field, and login button. So, whenever a client given the requirement like that, user should enter the characters only in this field. Password field, they given the requirements should be combination of special symbols, characters, and numbers. And then click on the login button. Login should be done successfully. In this side, you can consider this is a client requirement, and this side you can consider this is the actual result. Okay, this side we will get a actual result, means our actual Apple login form. We can say login form. Okay, now here we have a username field, then we have a password field, and then we have a login button. Okay, login button we have. Now let's see. For example, what is mean by wrong defect? We are saying wrong defect means functionality is not working according to client requirement. That is known as the wrong defect. For example, user able to enter in this field according to client requirement only characters. In password field also user able to enter characters with the special symbols and with numbers. So valid username and password in login form user should able to enter, and whenever user try to click on this login button, that time user should can't able to do login successfully. User login should not be done successfully yet. E- Even if it will be entering valid data in this field, then also after click on the login button, it can't able to do login successfully. So there is what happened, application will not working according to client requirement. So that is mean by the wrong defect. Second terminology is, or second types of functional defect, missing defect. Missing defect means what? If any functionality in software is missed but mentioned in the client requirement, that is known as the missing defect. So what is meant by missing defect? If any functionality is if any functionality in software is missed but it mentioned in the client requirement, that is known as the missing defect. So we go with the another example for this. Everyone know the scenario of the change password functionality very well. Everyone aware of this functionality to change a password. So let's go with this functionality, change password. change sorry Password. Okay, change password. So this side, you can consider this side we have given the client requirement. Clients says for change password, there should be field should be present. Old password, old password, old password should be present. New password field should be present, and submit or change password button should be present. We can say submit. Submit button should be present for changing this. And okay, old password, new password, and confirm password field as a one more field we can add here. Confirm password. So like this field will be given by the client side. for change password, old password, new password, and confirm password, and then submit button. Now, whenever user try to check actual in change password functionality in application, there is a only old password, and new password and submit button should be present there. But there is a which will be should not be showing or should not be present, confirm password. So that is mean by what? In our application, in our software, confirm password field should be missed. So like that scenarios, we can say that type of the defect we can say as a missing defect. Means if any functionality in software is missed, but that will be mentioned in the client requirement, that is known as the missing defect. Another type we have under the functional defect, extra defect. So extra defect means what? If any functionality is extra and which is not mentioned in the client requirement. So just opposite, we will take this example. For now, consider this side, we have a client requirement. Just for example, we are taking. So just that's why we are just same example we will consider. So this side you can consider we have a client requirement. In client requirement given for change password, old password, new password, and submit button. But actual whenever user try to check, try to test in this actual change password form, there is a old password, new password, confirm password, and submit button. Those field will be present. So which one should be not present in the client requirement, but still it will be present in our change password form? Confirm password. So this field is showing the extra field. So that type of the defects we can say this is a extra defect. That is mean by if any functionality is a extra and which is the not mentioned in the client requirement, that is known as the extra defects. So that's all about the functional defect. Now our next types under the defect, types of defect. So that is the non-functional defect. Non non-functional defect. So non-functional defect means what? Defect is found in non-functional testing. It is known as the non-functional defect. Means if any defect is found in non-functional testing, that defect is we can say the non-functional defect. So non-functional defect means what basically? For example, same example we'll take. So here we have a username field, password field, login button. So here, for example, we will check the alignment is proper or not, font is proper or not, there is any spelling mistake or not, text logo is correct or not. So like those things, those will be can't able to can't able to perform any particular operation, but we only able to see those things. We need to just verify that is the correct or not. For example, here one text is present in this field, email address or phone number. So this email address or phone number is correct or that text alignment is proper according to client requirement, that alignment is present or not, that in that text any spelling mistake or not, or any font issue will be there. Sometimes we need to check the our application compatibility issue will be there. A performance issue, alignment issue, font issue, logo is correct or not according to client requirement. Like those issues comes under the non-functional defect. If any defect is found at the time of non-functional testing time, so that defect we can say the non-functional defect. So basically that is known as the non-functional defect. So that's all about the our today's session part. We covered like a what is defect, types of defect, functional defect, wrong defect. Under the functional defect we get a subtypes: wrong defect, missing defect, extra defect, and non-functional defect. So these topics we covered. If you have any queries related to our today's session, just put your query in our comment box. By next session, surely I will try to solve your queries in our by next session. So, guys, thanks for watching my today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.